Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here, and there is Mark right over there.
What's up, people?
Gas Rats, Mark. Honestly, who did not expect this video, Mark? It's a couple days after Christmas, and we're just over here opening up self-purchased Christmas gifts, which is as it should be. So Mark's truck, what is it? Rusty Ray or some crap on Instagram?
Gas Rats, C10 Rusty Ray.
Gas, yeah, that's easy to remember. Gas Rats.
Just type in Gas Rat, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, Rusty Ray pickup
Let's go to
truck.
Gas Rats Custom.
He's been driving around with a hole in the firewall for heat, right?
Yeah.
And now it's starting to smell.
And the wife didn't like that.
Yeah. So he hit me up on what kind of AC I have in my car. I have VintageAir in everything. I have VintageAir in that. I have VintageAir. Well, there's VintageAir in that. That has factory air. The Mustang has VintageAir. The two-door wagon has VintageAir. It's upstairs. And the Chevelle has VintageAir. Everything has VintageAir. And him and his bank bought it, right?
Yeah. Actually, I just reached out to
Performance.
Performance, some dudes out of Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah. So they had the full kit. Actually ordered it.
In stock.
And it arrived here in 2 days.
Right. And so we talked to Charles over there at Dirty Dingo.
Dirty Dingo.
And
Ooh. Hold on. Look at that.
nice. They sent over all the brackets. These are all machined. They look lovely. All the hardware. It comes with a compressor, AC compressor. What the heck? Oh, that's the power steering pulley. That's some GM Performance looking stuff right there. Look at that. Man. Man.
Dude.
Whose are these?
These are these nuts.
These nuts. So when I talked to Charles, I told him, listen, dude, I don't want to go through a bunch of drama. I'm going to send you a picture of what I got. And he goes, okay, let me make this easy for you. And just sent everything. Spacers for the water pump. Depending on what water pump we got, we may or may not use those. Some more spacers.
This is cool. I kind of like that.
That is pretty nice.
Pretty cool.
Is that it?
They got the name stamped on there.
Is that it?
That's all in the box. The other one has
That's the AC compressor. Yeah, I gotta whip that out.
actual compressor.
This is the compressor that comes from Dirty Dingo.
The part of the whole system. And they don't skimp on packaging. I'll tell you that.
No, they do not. They are recycling over there. Man, look at this mess they're making. I have to get someone to clean that up.
Hey, clean that up. Oh, that was my echo.
That was you talking to yourself. Come on, man.
Dude.
The tamper-proof. So that is a 508 compressor.
There she is.
There's a lovely amount of everything.
You got everything,
Yeah, we do.
right?
There's the controller for the 73 through who knows what.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year it goes through. Here's my new part of my glove box.
Yeah,
Half a glove box.
fake glove box. All the
Wiring.
vents, the wiring harness. There's a block-off plate for the firewall.
Firewall. The brackets for the.
Inside that hold the actual evaporator housing right there with stepper motors for everything. There is the dryer right there, the condenser. It's all hard line to go through the core support. There is the binary switch or trinary. So yeah, what do you want to put this in?
I don't know.
Back your truck in, dude. Just back it in. Let's just get started. You can just drive the wagon home.
Nice.
Do it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Do you work tomorrow?
No.
Neither do I. I mean, yes, I do, right here. All right, guys, we are going to continue this in what's going to seem like mere seconds to you. Okay, so as you can see, Mark's truck showed up. You got this thing that was like this, right? Had no guts under the
No
dash,
guts at
right?
all. Nothing.
No guts under the dash. Someone had taken everything out already. Is Is that a candy bar? Oh no, those are antibacterial butt wipes. Sorry, my bad. So, yeah, someone had taken everything out and sealed up the firewall. I think you can get a couple more grounds on that one bolt right there. Did you do that?
You want to get a couple more?
I think you can get a couple more on there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, there are some interesting things going on in here. I want to stick this right through the dash. Snoop around in here. Hey, whoa. What happened, dude? Dude, what happened? What the hell happened here? Well, you know what? Let me fix that. There, looks great.
I don't mind.
We're good to go. Man. All right. That's about all the fun I can have right there. All right, so now we're gonna go grab the under dash. Well, we're gonna take all that out of there, and then move it elsewhere, and go get the evaporator and vent housing and all that stuff, and put it underneath here. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. It's interesting.
I was waiting for this moment.
Were you?
To see this.
Nice. I remember the day you called me and said, "Hey, I'm putting it in my AC. I'm putting it in my fuel injection."
I think you probably cringed.
I was like, "That's gonna be cool, man." All right, buddy. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so we just got done pulling the aftermarket wiring harness that somebody had routed through a giant hole in a very obtrusive position. Is that a good word? Can I use that word today?
Yeah.
In a
Where is it?
pretty fugly area. So we're gonna drop that down and move it in. But first thing we're gonna do is fit this firewall block-off plate and see how much of a patch plate we have to make for that puppy.
Where we go?
Oh, you see the little notch right there? To the left, to the left. All your stuff is in a box to the left. Yeah, there you go, right up. Bring it level at the top. Level.
Just like what? This?
A little more up on the center. Yeah, right around there. All right, so that's where that's gonna go. Okay, here's a little progress photo. I have made a block off plate for the hackism on the firewall on this side. That will look okay. Once I paint it black, put it back. That's actually sandwiched underneath the block off plate supplied by VintageAir. Thank you, VintageAir. Also, I punched 4 new holes in there because we're not using any of the stock stuff. It lines up with the reinforcement, or with the evaporator box and the hard lines that are installed right here in that configuration, which should be pretty good. Put some butyl tape. You can use silicone, but I put butyl tape around the block off plate so that when it goes in and gets tightened up, it seals. Okay, so Mark is going to grab the evaporator without moving those lines.
Yep.
Wiggle it around. Hold it. Right here on this plate that we installed, it has nut certs right here and right there are little nut plates. Those line up with 2 holes on the block off plate right here, and they provide you with a couple of screws. So now we're going to install that. Hold please, I'm going to put this up so people can enjoy the comedic stylings of Lucky and Mark. You got a razor blade?
Got one?
You got one?
Yeah.
Here, you come on this side.
Oh, he's got it. I'm good.
Okay. Needs to go to the driver's side a little. The top needs to come in. Okay.
Hold it right there. Don't move. Don't touch that dial. Can you bring that bottom in a little? That is mounted, it's somewhat level, it looks pretty good. Everything's lined up with the hoses and everything. We'll be able to seal those up, no problem. One thing I did do was I used the 2 factory bolts, or the supplied bolts, to mount it, but because someone cut a larger hole out in the middle, I went ahead and used some tech screws. Those are little stingers, they're self-tappers, 8mm, and zipped those in to hold it in place. It will also mark the holes that we drilled out and put some 1/4-20 bolts in by hand after the fact. But a little bit of a time crunch. Those will hold it for now. And like I said, we'll be swapping those out later for matching nuts and bolts. Maybe he'll put some stainless in here. I don't know. But either way, we can take them out. The holes are already started. We drill them out, put in some 1/4-20 with lock washers and nylocks, and then we're good. I'm gonna paint this block off black, and then trim it a little bit more and slide it right in there, and then probably put a bolt on it from the back and weld some bolts on it and make it bolt in from the back. Right now we're gonna rip a hole, see where the clearance spots are on the back, under the dash where a good spot is to drill a hole through the firewall and run the harness back inside the car.
Okay, I had to do some modifications to the cameraman. So let me tell you about the cameraman. So one day I was at the tech center and they had a scrap pile, a scrap box in there, and they had cleaned out the equipment room and they had just chucked all kinds of stuff away. This thing just needed a little bit of tuning. I think it had one bad rivet or something. And so I fixed it, and now it is the cameraman. So I just busted out my Dash 6 tubing bender because I needed a little more angle on this. Did a little bend on it, and this is the way it works. My iPhone is right here. Boom. It's the cameraman, or as I like to call him, John McGann. I'm gonna put a John McGann name tag on this thing. All right, so yeah, the problem was it would not tilt down far enough, and now it goes down far enough. All right, see if I can do this without making a mess. No promises, not my car, so I'm cool with it. Did you find those cutters?
No.
Flush cutters? Really?
Nope. I looked high and low.
High and low? Just walk right over here to flush cutter now. Walk right into flush cutter bill. Hey, no flush cutter. What is that noise? No flush cutter. Oh, you know what? They're probably in the Mustang.
Deleting this.
They're probably in the Mustang, buddy. All right. So, a couple things I'm going to do real quick are the AC lines and everything go through grommets through the firewall. The blue wire has to work its way up to the compressor. The AC lines go through right to the compressor. So it makes perfect sense to route this with the hose, a couple of zip ties underneath the hose. Once it's wrapped in that power braid or wire braid, it will look just fine. Also, on the heater hose, This has to go to a servo motor that will be cut into a heater hose, so it makes perfect sense to route this with a heater hose. But all the lines will be tied together, so I think I'm going to run them all through the same hole, or actually a grommet on the firewall. And then wrap them together. Boom. Now that blue wire is plenty long. That should be it there. Okay. Have routed those wires under the hood. That is to excite the fan clutch. And now we have power source right here, which goes to our main power supply we've already run inside the car. So I'm going to secure that up in there. This is a ground, which is going to ground right to the side of the dashboard on the inside. There's already a big crazy bolt right there. So we don't need it to be this long. Here's a little tech tip for you. You gotta pour this drill, feed the wires into the end. Pull them kind of stout, kind of snug. We'll keep them kind of clean, the uniform looking. There's only 2 wires going to the same place, so it can't hurt. Put a nice connector on that and bolt it to a bolt that is right here. Tuck it out of the way, put a zip tie on it, call it a day. Now we have 2 power wires going to a spot, same location, other side of the dash, or towards the center of the dash. So, put a twist on those. It will be the same thing, look relatively clean. We'll zip tie it over there. Less stuff to stumble across when you're working in there later.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we're getting ready to install the...
I got it.
Do you got it figured out?
Yeah, thanks.
We're getting ready to install the condenser and the dryer, which is a little assembly they build. It has these little guards on either side, which help you mount it, in addition to providing more directed air through the condenser and sort of a forward shroud. It's pretty cool. We just had a debate about the rubber nut certs that they sent and how they should go in.
Yeah.
So my contention is that this goes in just, that this rivet, rubber rivet right here goes in just like this. And when you put a bolt through this side, it grabs a hold of the threads on that side and pulls it back and makes it into like a rivet or a nut cert. What we've edited out of this entire portion right here was the 10 minutes that me and him sat here talking about how
it was me. All me.
Yeah, so he had installed them all backwards and was going to tighten them up, and they would snug up a little bit up to that far, and then they would just be floating in there like that. So I had him take it all apart, and we're putting it in the other way. So is there a light up there? Is there a hole up here? Oh, one's there. One's down there. Here's one for you. One there, one there. So you put them in just like a nut cert that has not been collapsed yet. And then you put this thing back in. And as a matter of fact, let me go get the cameraman.
You know what was it? This actual was upside down the first time we did it.
What was?
This?
By
The bigger one goes on the top.
What are you talking about? That's the way the directions showed. 8 on the top, 6 on the bottom.
We didn't have like that when we started.
By we, you mean you.
I say we, because when I went to go put on the hard line, I'm like, why isn't it fitting?
Aha. Aha. Okay.
So, but that's in the instructions as well.
That's in the instructions? So try something new. I know what else is probably in the instructions how you put these in. But we're not gonna be, I'm a grown ass man.
We're so deep into it.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm not reading no instructions. Can't have my instructions. Hopefully. Alright, so the top one first, and I'm going to do mine by braille. Okay? You're going to do yours by looking at it. I'm comfortable with that. I am doing it 100% by braille.
I'm gonna let you go first. I don't want to keep messing with you.
No, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. It's like two guys trying to hang a hinge, or hang a hood. Just let one guy get his side up. Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it by sight. I need glasses.
That looks crooked to me.
Let me finish.
You got in the wrong hole? Is there more than one hole there? Did you miss? Mr. By Sight, did you put something in the wrong place? Really?
I have one hole.
Working by sight and you got it wrong.
I have one hole. Did you put it in the wrong hole?
No, there's only one hole here.
So if I put it up here,
It looks crooked.
it's not lining up on the bottom one.
It's not, right?
What do you do different? Are you in the right hole?
I don't know what else to do. I don't know, I'm working by braille. Hold on, taking it out. Hold that side up.
Yes.
Yeah, stop moving it. Killing me.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Okay, that feels good. I only see one opening. Is there another opening anywhere? I don't feel any other openings. It's just that one.
Big ass one, you're right.
You got just one on your side, right?
Yeah.
So those mounting brackets, they're in the correct spot. If you flip it over, does that one go on a different way? Yeah, it looks like it. Pull it back out. It's up here. Let's see here. Yeah, so that one, flip it over. Or this one, flip it over. Did you cut this?
No.
All right, so look at the instructions and see, this has a straight edge here and a round edge there. Just confirm that that is correct.
Oh my god.
Pretty sure it's not. This side can only go on one way, I believe. This side goes on two ways. Let me see that artist rendering. All right, so
Yeah.
these are closer at the
The
bottom.
big loop on top. And this hard angle.
Correct. So just give me the grill with the Phillips head in it. That's all I need.
You're gonna edit this out too, right?
Huh?
You're gonna edit all this out?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit this out.
Over-tightening, got it? Was it the very end one? Yeah, I wanted the last two. First two, yes. Working by braille again. They actually have really good instructions. Yeah, they are. They're well written. Yeah, they're easy to read. They're not copies of copies of copies, so they're actually nice pictures, nice line drawings. I mean, I don't know for sure. I've never read them, but I hear they're really good. You read them when you see something 3 times, you're like, oh, I guess it's a check. Yeah. That's why they're a place to check your theory. They put you in check. They put you in check. We have a little cushion ball here. Is that a bridge? So I have actually seen this put together, and then they rattle while you drive with the moose. So just like sure. But they're nice. They're the Ninja Death Stars. Those nuts. Alright, third time to turn. Marcus, hold on. Back up this idea. Working fine, great. Now we are.
There's like this one thing you would handle. Whoa. Did you see it go right in? That is crazy, yo.
How did you put me to the test and that failed?
One job. Oh, please. Right around there somewhere. Feels good about it.
Around about there.
I forget about that. Whoa! It looks even.
I don't really feel that one.
See if yours lines up. Oh yeah, no, I can see it right there. Get yours in. Yeah. And then this go up and over. While I'm doing this, did I mention I have shirts in stock? Mobile Tech Lucky shirts?
Do you?
Just saying.
Do you still have hoodies?
I do have some sweatshirts in stock.
Sweatshirts.
I think I'm out of hoodies. It's crazy, yo.
It fits.
If it fits, it ships.
Yeah, how many foot-pounds of torque?
All the way, buddy. You got them all tight, buddy? Okay, so Marcus just got done going over and tightening with 2 crescent wrenches, hold both sides when tightening all these fittings, because you will twist that right out of the back of the firewall and twist that right out of the fitting. You make a mess out of everything if you don't use 2 wrenches and do it carefully. So everything is tight. We relocated the AC or the cold air intake and terminated some of the road killage, zip tieage, but not all of it. There's still some good zip tieage going on here.
White ones too.
Yeah, some hard to spot ones. I whipped up a little bracket that just clamps underneath that. It basically is an aluminum zip tie, just as roadkill as zip ties. Just whipped it up, stuck it on there. Big thanks to VintageAir for hooking us up with great equipment. I mean, we bought it, but they still did us a great deal. And it is good equipment. And Dirty Dingo.
Dingo.
I'm trying not to talk like an Australian right now. Thanks a lot, Dirty Dingo. Good on you for hooking us up on that, on the great deal on the accessory drive. And everybody else that was involved in this thing, which was, I think, just me and you, right?
Just 2, buddy.
Yeah. Well, Guy was here the other day, too. So thanks, Guy. You're my guy. So anyway, that's it, I think. We're gonna put the dash vents in, which is a super straightforward job. We'll mount the dash pad all the way, just a couple of screws. Put the dash vents in and charge up this AC. So I think the next video you're gonna see is gonna be this guy driving down the street minding his own business with the windows up and the AC on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks, Lucky.
No worries. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you did some of these, let me know. Tag me in something. Let me check them out. Thanks a lot, you guys. Stay safe out there.